Hi everybody. I'm just checking to see if I'm right side up. And it does appear that I am. So this is 29 Faces of September. I have some catching up to do because I am on face number 19 and it is 9-23-16. So I'm just, I was successful last night at putting the washi tape down. Oh, I skipped a page. And even though the picture messed up in the end, it did not flash out. So that was a success on my attempt to keep it from flashing out because of the white. So I'm just going to start here with an oval again, and I have my reference pictures to the side of me. A space in between the eyes and two ovals for the eyes. I'm going to put in the colored part of the eye and with pencil, and then I will color it in later. Then I need to come straight down about the same amount of space as the two eyes are. So the tip of the nose and the nostril are somewhere in this area. I'm just going to go ahead and put the line under there and up and over around in the eye socket. And then the philtrum and this tiny little heart for the upper lip where the lips come together, and the bottom lip. Then we have a chin bone, and this is where the eye socket goes, and the cheekbone, one on each side. Now, as I was explaining before, my faces had begun to have a tendency to turn, and as soon as they started to turn, I went with that intuitive, I'm going to call it intuitive action on my part to allow that to happen. So the indentation for the eye happens over here on this side, and then the eye has a tendency to go around like this, with the eyebrow kind of going around the face. The eyebrow starts at about the corner of the inside corner of the eye and ends at about the outside corner of the eye. And then there's a tear duct here on the inside, and we need to indicate a place for the outside of the eye, and I see that this has become too narrow to indicate the outside of the eye. So I'm going to move that a little bit, and I'm going to go over like that. And this is definitely the difficult part, where I'm not accustomed to making the faces oriented towards the side here. So I am now using a reference picture, and this reference actually I have a number of reference pictures. They are all side glances like this one, except for this one that has a few face-on looks, which is how I started. So the rest of these are side glances, and it helps me to orient the face. Even though it's very subtle, the side glance that I'm creating here is very subtle. I could feel it beginning, and I wanted to stay with that. So the ear on this side doesn't really show, but it shows full view on this side. So I'm just going to put that in there. It may not show at the end at all, but to help me with, locate the sides to the head. The side to the head actually comes up under the ear, and then the hair line actually comes down a little bit in front of the ear. So this girl I'm drawing has a very narrow forehead, and that's because of how I start with the oval that I draw. So somehow I'm going to have to adjust to that, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So her shadow that comes around from her eye is more noticeable on this side. This shadow is a part of the turning of the head, and I'm just right on the edge, you may notice, of being lost here. I feel kind of out there in left field, not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. But if I hang in here, I know that I'll find my way. I'm sure of it. I just have to I have to persist, and I have to persist after the 29 days of September are over, because if I don't, my skills will go backwards, which is because I'm so new at it. It's not a skill that I have deeply entrenched in my group of skills, which are very few to begin with. Just saying. Okay, so I'm just going to come down and put a very, very light shadow around. There are two eyelids. One I like to bring across the eye, and the other one is actually on the bottom of the eye. And these two eyelids, inner eyelids, are where the eyelashes come out of. So just knowing that there's two and trying to indicate them there is good. That's good enough. Okay, so we've got the nose in, and when I draw the mouth, it kind of goes around that little heart, and there's not too much going on with the mouth until I put in the lip color. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and at this point I'm going to bring the chin up And I don't think that I'll need the circle for the chin at this point anymore. So now this side is really starting to look as if it is doing the side glance. So on this side, I know that the neck will come down from the corner of the eye, but on this side, it won't because of the turning of the head. It's going to come more like that. And this is where the hair becomes really important, because the hair actually helps to shape the face. And although in my drawings the hair is not what I focus on so much, it is still an important part of shaping the face. So as you can see, you know, as I put in the hair, the face really does start to have more character, I guess you could say. And this part of the hair right here, I've been tucking behind the ear, indicating that it's sort of tucked behind the ear because of forming that side of the face and that part of the ear. So now I'm taking out the circle that was indicating the eye socket, and the hint of it, the shadow of it, is still there. So I don't want to lose that. I just want to know that I don't have to have that big dark place. Just no more than a shadow. So at this point I kind of feel like I can start coloring, except I don't want these here anymore. It's like a moving target right now. I hope it kind of stays in this position for a while, because I don't feel used to it in any way. The girls in my reference photo don't have much makeup on, and that's fine with me. I don't need, there's my 1 minute. My 1 minute warning, and I'm just going to color in her lips really quick. I haven't done her skin yet. And her eye color, I'll just do her eye color really quick. And when I outlined the eyes last night, I used a marker, and that was a mistake. No, I didn't use a marker. I used a black chalk, a black pastel, and that was a huge mistake. And I have to be careful of these oil pastels because they're very old and they have been with other colors and they're kind of dirty. So I've noticed that I've gotten some stains that didn't really belong there. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.